Welcome inside Pauley Pavilion for WCBN sports coverage of Michigan basketball. I'm Leo Blavin, live from Los Angeles, California, where there's 13,800 on hand to see the second-ranked team in the nation, the UCLA Bruins, play host to the Michigan Wolverines. Michigan heads on the road for the second time this season. They lost a ugly one at South Carolina on November 23rd, 61-46. They had to UCLA against a much tougher opponent. We'll get into that as this game progresses, but UCLA can shoot the lights out, and they're coming off a very impressive win at the number one ranked Kentucky Wildcats. UCLA goes into Lexington and wins 97-92. Thomas Welsh, the starting center for UCLA, out in this one. He'll be replaced by Gigi Goloman. The other starters for UCLA, TJ Leaf, Lonzo Ball, Isaac Hamilton, and Bryce Alford. For the Wolverines, DJ Wilson, Derek Walton Jr., Muhammad Ali, Abdul-Rahman, Zach Irvin, and Moritz Wagner. Michigan will start this game going left to right across your dial. UCLA going right to left. Michigan winning the opening tip off the hand of DJ Wilson, operating in their blue uniforms with the maize numerals. UCLA in their home white with that crisp baby blue. From the free throw line, that jumper from the hands of Zach Irvin rattles around, but doesn't fall, and UCLA looking to push pace the other way. Irvin with an interception. Back the other way comes Michigan. Derek Walton Jr. found for a three-pointer. He buries the open triple. Michigan strikes first. Michigan's going to have to shoot the lights out in this game if they want to have any chance of hanging with this high-powered UCLA Bruins attack, and that's a good start for Michigan. Derek Walton Jr. buries the triple. Back the other way, TJ Leaf goes off with his right hand off the glass. No good, but the rebound secured. And then a triple, top of the key, and right back at it. Lonzo Ball buries the triple. 3-3 to start this one. UCLA, one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country, second right now in the country, shooting 45.4% as a unit. Michigan's got to do better on the boards. Can't give UCLA many second chances if they want to hang in with the second-ranked team in the nation. Back from the Wolverines in this 3-3 affair. Rahman gets to the glass, off the glass, I should say, with the right hand, no good. Rebound secured by Goloman, and back the other way come the Bruins. TJ Leaf, the lengthy 6'10" player, guarded by the 7'3" wingspan possessing DJ Wilson. Here's Leaf, driving baseline, has his angle cut off, passes to Hamilton, whose runner is no good. He gets his own board, and UCLA will reset. 2 possessions for the Bruins, both resulting in offensive rebounds and second chances. Here's Lonzo Ball at the top of the key, going to work on Rahman. He'll defer to Isaac Hamilton, one of the starting seniors, along with Bryce Alford. Hamilton gets some separation. His jumper from the free throw line, no good. Irvin with the board. 3-3 game with 17:55 to go in the first half here at UCLA. Michigan on the road against the number 2 team in the nation. Rahman dribbles through a screen, gives to Wilson. Walton with it now at the top of the key. Calling out orders, gives to Irvin. 7 on the shot clock. Irvin drives inside as a cutoff, kicks up top. Wagner open for a long triple, and he hits nothing but net. 2 3-pointers on Michigan's offensive scoring possessions have give the Wolverines a 6-3 lead with 17:25 to go in the opening half. And Michigan's 2 for 2 from deep thus far. Goloman goes to work, lowers the shoulder. Rahman, or I should say Wagner, hits the deck, and no call coming, much to the dismay of John Beeline. Goloman gets the easy bucket. He was uncontested. He sent his defensive man to the hardwood. It's 5-6 still in favor of the visitors. Wagner hands to Walton, thought about a triple, steps inside, kicks to Irvin. And they will reset back up top, 8 on the shot clock. Walton guarded by Lonzo Ball, uses a screen for Wagner. Top of the key 3-pointer. Clangs hard off the side of the rim, and the rebound skied for by Bryce Alford. And back the other way come the Bruins. That high arcing rebound not allowing UCLA to break, so they'll settle things down. TJ Leaf going to work on the left block. Steps inside the paint. His hook shot with the right hand is up and through. 7-6 UCLA with their first lead of the game. Good defensive possession there for DJ Wilson. Just a better offensive move by the lengthy and previously Michigan recruited TJ Leaf. Wagner getting inside the paint through all sorts of contact, and he's fouled on the floor. Fans wanted a travel call, but there was a lot of contact that prevented Wagner from getting rid of that basketball in any fashion. It's the first foul against UCLA in this game, and they're going to get Golemon with it. And without Thomas Welch active in this game, UCLA with just two bigs that will see the court in all likelihood. Wilson off the inbound hits a three. DJ Wilson, not the best three-point shooter, but Michigan's got five guys who can all chuck it from deep, and Wilson makes the most of it, but quickly back come the Bruins, and Isaac Hamilton wasting no time getting UCLA back even. It's 9-9 with 15:50 remaining in this opening half. Wagner pump fakes twice from three and will reset up top with Irvin. Defers to the point guard Walton. Off a screen, Wilson steps inside, kicks out to Wagner. His triple is up. His triple is through. Michigan hitting everything from deep. They're 4 or 5 to open things up. And that's what Michigan's going to need to do if they want to hang in with the Bruins. They're going to have to keep hitting triples. And a long three the other way, and Ball answers. What a fun start to this one. Lonzo Ball from Pasadena burying that triple. A near steal, and it is secured by Ball. He defers off the foot of Hamilton. Two players diving for it. Walton got a hand on it. Out of bounds. It's UCLA basketball when we come back. 15-13 left to go in the opening half. It's Michigan and UCLA even at 12 on the Michigan Basketball Student Radio Network. WCBN FM Ann Arbor.
A reminder, should UCLA hit 10 3-pointers at tonight's game, everybody in attendance will receive a free Chick-fil-A sandwich. Good luck, go Bruins.
I coined my own definition of success, which is peace of mind in knowing you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable.
(15-13) still to go here in the first half as Michigan's on the road against the second-ranked team in the nation, the UCLA Bruins. 12-12 the current score with 15 and change to go here in the opening period of play. Michigan shooting 80%. They're 4 or 5 from behind the arc thus far, 57% from the field. UCLA, not to be outdone, has made both of their triple tries, and they're 5 of 8 from the field, which is good for 63%. 5 rebounds to UCLA, 1 to Michigan. That's going to be a statistic that needs to improve for the Maize and Blue to try to pull off the upset. It would be their first road win against the top 3 teams since Michigan upset Michigan State and East Lansing back in 2014. On the floor for UCLA, it's Alford, Ball, Hamilton, Leaf, and Golemon. For Michigan, Wagner, Rockman, Wilson, Irvin, and Walton. UCLA with the basketball operating right to left in their home white uniforms. And there's an off-ball foul. They'll get Derek Walton Jr. with it. First team foul against the Wolverines coming with 15-11 still to go in the first half of this 12-12 ball game. And we will go right back to the baseline, and Lonzo Ball once again will inbound it. Fires it up towards midcourt, where it's fielded by Golemon, the junior from Hungary. Now Ball with the basketball. He leads the nation in assists per game, distributing 9.3 assists on average in each contest. Alford drives inside, and he walked with the basketball. His feet slid on this wooden court. And I don't mean the surface. That's, of course, the name, named after the famous basketball coach, John Wooden, who led UCLA to 11 national championships during his time in Westwood. Michigan with the basketball. Xavier Simpson checks in for the first time today for Derek Walton Jr., and he drives inside, kicks up top to Wagner, but his pass is deflected, and Goleman secures it for UCLA. Second turnover of this half for Michigan. Ball gives inside to Goleman, going to work on the left, or Leaf, I should say. His hook shot falls short. He gets his own rebound. Put back with the contact and the foul. And TJ Leaf going to work on the glass, and it pays off in a big way. He will head to the line to make it a three-point play. So lengthy inside. It's not usual you see a guy who seems to be even taller with his arms extended than DJ Wilson, but that might be the case tonight, as TJ Leaf has a good 2 inches on Wilson in height, and his arms are certainly as long, if not longer. And he used it to his advantage there, getting the offensive board. His free throw rattles around the rim, no good. And an box-out foul they're going to get against Ike Onibogu, who's in for the first time today. Second foul against UCLA. They lead at 14-12 with 14 and a half minutes to go in the first half. Back to work goes the Michigan offense. Top of the key, Rockman wide open. His three, nothing but cotton. And Michigan's heating up from deep, and that could spell trouble for UCLA if they don't start getting bodies on mans from deep. Back the other way, Onibogu gets inside positioning and lays it off the glass with two hands. Onibogu, the freshman from Corona, California, 6'10", 250, and he looks like a house down low against a much thinner-framed Moritz Wagner. How can Michigan survive with a true freshman on the road leading the way? That's Xavier Simpson. Now Rockman with it, who hit a triple in the last possession. Uses a screen for Wagner, will try his luck from deep again. Clangs off the heel of the rim, and the rebound secured by Isaac Hamilton. Michigan still with just 2 rebounds in the game to UCLA's 7. Aaron Holiday, the UCLA 6-man, drives and draws contact before getting a shot up. It's the third foul against the Wolverines in this first half. And it's the first personal foul of the game against the true freshman point guard, Xavier Simpson. John Beilein has highlighted the past few weeks how he wants to get Xavier Simpson involved more and give his starting senior point guard, Derek Walton Jr., more rest. That was not the case, though, on Tuesday, when Walton played 38 minutes of total time, and he's playing 36 minutes per game over Michigan's last 5 games. He'll get rest right now with Simpson remaining on the floor. TJ Leaf drives inside from the right elbow, gets his jumper to fall. And the UCLA lead is 18-15 with 13:10 to go in the first half. The crowd on their feet, the student section jumping for joy. Irvin off a screen for Wagner, drives inside at the right elbow, cuts back into the painted area, his 8-footer, and did he walk before he got the shot up? He did, and that's another Michigan turnover, their third in the first half. Gives the ball back to UCLA. Michigan's got to convert on the limited possessions they'll have because UCLA likes to fill up the bucket. They lead the nation in field goal percentage and are second in the country, averaging 97 points per game. And they've got 18 with 12:40 to go. Michigan with 15. A long triple from Holiday, and he hits the twine. UCLA 3 for 3 to start the game from 3. Simpson, tightly guarded by Holiday, gives to Rockman. Rockman thought about driving baseline, instead fires it out to Simpson. Drives baseline, gets inside, kicks it in the near corner. Irvin's triple, he hits it. A big 3 there to stop this UCLA run. It was a 7-0 run at that point, but Irvin buries the long 3 from the corner to cut the lead back down to a triple. Aaron Holiday back the other way, tightly guarded by Simpson. Simpson trying to force the turnover. He nearly does, and Wagner on the floor. Does Michigan use their timeout? They do. Beilein wisely using that use it or lose it timeout in the first half, and that's a turnover for UCLA. Their third of the game gives Michigan back the basketball, and there's a timeout on the floor. 11:58 left to go here in the first half. It's Michigan 18, UCLA 21 on the Michigan Basketball Student Radio Network, WCBN FM, Ann Arbor.
Attention UCLA students. The 3 student contestants for tonight's key super shot are Casey Armstrong, Karina Aye, and Javier Roman. We've called your name. Please proceed to the DJ booth on the floor by the band. One of these lucky girls will have a chance to win a free car, courtesy of Keys. Turn to page 81 in your basketball program. If Joe Rowan is autograph your parking spot at the next lucky program winner, and will enjoy free parking on your next trip out of LAX. The parking spot. We have airport parking covered. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's honorary captain is Jamal Wills. As a pro in 1971 and 74, Jamal was seen on the court in every classroom, helping to lead UCLA in the 1972 and 73 NCAA titles, a 2-time All-American and 3-time academic All-American. During his 12-year professional basketball career, he played on 4 NBA championship teams. A 1984 charter member of the UCLA Athletic Hall of Fame. In 1990, he was inducted into the Osaka Academic Hall of Fame. In 2007, enshrined into the Pac-12 Hall of Honor. And in 2012, inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. On the court to present Jamal with an autographed basketball for the team is UCLA Basketball Senior Administrator Chris Carlson. Ladies and gentlemen, make a round of applause for tonight's honorary captain. And helping to represent the Basketball Hall of Fame last month. In his number 52 jersey retired in 2013, Jamal Wills.
11:58 to go here in the first half from Pauley Pavilion. Michigan on the road, trailing UCLA 21-18. Michigan with the basketball, working left to right. I'm Leo Glavin, and you're listening to the Michigan Basketball Student Radio Network, WCBN FM Ann Arbor. Duncan Robinson checking in for the first time, as well as Mark Donnell. They'll be joined by Xavier Simpson, Muhammad Ali Abdur-Rahman, and Zach Irvin. Aaron Holiday, Lonzo Ball, TJ Leaf, Ike Anibogu, and Isaac Hamilton on the floor for the Bruins. Michigan trailing by 3 with the basketball, under 12 minutes to go in this first half. Irvin at the top of the screen off a screen by Mark Donnell. His long 2 falls, and Irvin hitting everything thus far. 5 points now for the senior to cut the deficit now to just 1 for Michigan. The Wolverines hanging tough against one of the nation's best offenses. A 3 off a screen, and just no answer for good offense. Lonzo Ball had a hand in his face. It did not matter, and UCLA cannot miss from deep. They're 4 for 4, and the lead is back up to 4. 24-20 is the score. 11:05 to go here in the opening half. Irvin, top of the key, screen from Donnell. Fires it into Donnell. His shot off the glass was goaltended by Anibogu. EK will simply jog to the other half of the court with his head soaking. The basket good off the hands of Donnell. It was swatted off the glass after already making contact with the glass. So Michigan gets the bucket off the goaltend. 22-24, the Wolverines trail. Holiday up top to Leaf, top of the key, all alone. He hits it. 5 for 5 to start this game from deep are the UCLA Bruins, and Walton Jr. is called to check back in. Beeline not happy with the defense being displayed by Michigan right now. UCLA 11 of 15 from the field thus far. Michigan's offense has been up to the challenge. The defense not so much in the early going. Rahman drives inside, trapped underneath the basket, gives to Irvin. Tiptoes the baseline, keeps it in bounds by firing a pass back to midcourt. Simpson calls for a screen from Donnell, gets it. Drives inside, his path cut off. Walton, or rather that was Rahman firing up a prayer 3. The shot clock expires. That wasn't close to hitting the rim. And a good UCLA possession forces Michigan's 4th turnover of the game. Walton back in, Xavier Simpson out for the Wolverines. 10 minutes to go in the opening half. UCLA leads 27-22. Bruins basketball. Alford defers to the 6-man Holiday. Screen from Leaf, top of the key. Holiday drives inside. Alley-oop, and the slam from Anibogu. UCLA's offense absolutely running amok on this Michigan defense. Just no answer for the maize and blue. UCLA has converted on their last 7 field goal tries. Donnell, pump fake, steps inside, top of the key. Rockman, open triple off the heel of the rim. Offensive board for Donnell, and the Wolverines will reset. Donnell. The right free throw line extended behind the arc. Irvin top of the key, now Rockman. 10 seconds on the shot clock as Robinson drives baseline. Gets inside positioning. The left-handed scoop shot is off the glass and in. Robinson ending that impressive interior offensive game to his repertoire early on this season, and he gets his first basket of the game to stop the UCLA run for a moment, but UCLA back with the basketball, and they've made a field goal on their last 7 attempts, and they make it 8 for 8. Alford off a screen, gets in the paint, through contact, gets the lay-in from 5 feet away through the basket. Michigan, just no answer for UCLA's offense. Robinson at the top of the key had some separation, elected not to take the three. He's guarded by the much taller and lengthier TJ Lee. Golemon gets ready to check back in for the Bruins. Michigan trailing by 7, looking to cut into that lead. Walton gets inside. His shot rejected. Offensive rebound set into the second row. Robinson's got to get a triple off through contact. He buries it. What a possession. 2 blocks at the rim by Ani Bogu. Robinson with a prayer from deep, and it is answered at Pauley Pavilion. They will take a look at it to see if the ball got out of his hands before the shot clock went off. I believe it did, but what a great defensive sequence by Ani Bogu. The 6'10" freshman swatting everything in the painted area, but Michigan may have got a break if Robinson's slight bit of separation from TJ Lee led to the 3. The referees for today's contest, Vern Harris, David Hall, and Eric Curry. And from my vantage point, high above the floor here at Pauley Pavilion, it looked to be a good shot that got out of his hand in plenty of time, but they're taking a long look at this. And this would be a backbreaker for Michigan. That 3 would cut the lead to 4. If it's no good, it'll be UCLA leading 31-24 with 8:17 to go, and the Bruins with the basketball. It would be the second shot clock violation for Michigan's offense in this first half, with still 8 minutes and change to go. They're still conferencing at the scorer's table to determine if Duncan Robinson got the 3 out of his hand in time. The fact that they're not showing the replay on the video boards, I think, should be a good indication of the way this one goes. I think it will be a good basket for Michigan, but they're taking longer than I'd expect because it seemed to be clear from my vantage point. They obviously are going to have a pretty easy time finding the angle to determine whether this was a good shot or not. It is a good basket. The official determination from the officials. So UCLA's lead is cut down to 4. It's Bruins 31, Wolverines 27 with 8:17 to go here in the first half on the Michigan Basketball Student Radio Network, WCBN FM Ann Arbor. UCLA going with 2 bigs on the floor at this time. Ani Bogu and Golemon. TJ Leaf getting a breather. Lonzo Ball, Bryce Alford, and Aaron Holiday on the floor for the Bruins. Rockman, Walton, Wilson, Donnell, and Robinson on the floor for Michigan. Alford off a screen, guarded by Robinson at the perimeter. He will pull up for a 3 with a hand in his face, and he hits it. UCLA 6 for 6 from deep. Unbelievable shooting right now for the Bruins. And it's hard to defend when guys are hitting everything, and that's been the case for UCLA from behind the arc. Walton steps inside, gives to Robinson. He made a 3 on the last possession at the buzzer, gives to Donnell. His 3-pointer from the right elbow extended is good. And Michigan nearly matching UCLA's output from deep. The Wolverines have now made 8 threes thus far, and they're shooting over 70% from behind the arc. Alford off a screen, open triple, no good. UCLA finally misses one, and they're going to get an offensive foul. This one against G.G. Golemon. And that's big. That's his second personal foul of this first half with 7:17 still to go in the first half. It's UCLA 34, Michigan 30. It'll be Michigan basketball when we come back on the Student Radio Network of the University of Michigan, WCBN FM, Ann Arbor.
Congratulations to these lucky fans on their seat upgrade. UPS working together to achieve great things like your Bruins. That's problem solving. Visit solvers.ups.com to learn more. UPS, proud sponsor of UCLA Athletics.
Okay, Bruins fans, it's time for the Bruin Challenge. I'm here with Courtney, Jessica, and second year Nathan. What's your grade, Nathan? What does that stand for? Molecular cell enlargement. I don't know anything, but here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nathan, play the Bruin Challenge. I'm going to give you a category. You can have 15 seconds to make as many items in that category as you can, Nathan. Then we're going to ask EK the exact same question. If you answer more, you're taking home this Metro 7-day pass. You ready? Your category is Star Wars characters in 3, 2, 1, go. You're at 9. And there it is. All right, Jar Jar makes 8 times. You got 9. You get 9 of 10. So let's see what EK did.
Luke Skywalker, Chewbacca, Han Solo, R2-D2, Darth Vader.
EK got 7. Nathan, you're the winner. Taking over the 7-day Metro Pass. And now, more prizes for all of you. Who wants a t-shirt, Bruins fans? Who wants a t-shirt? Make some.
34-30 the score. UCLA on top of Michigan here in Los Angeles, California at Pauley Pavilion. It will be Michigan basketball off of Gigi Golomon's second personal foul of the first half. That's extremely notable because Thomas Welsh is out of this game. He had a bruised knee that he apparently suffered against Kentucky, and he is not dressed tonight. UCLA down to just 2 bigs that see regular minutes in Gigi Golomon and Ike Anibogu. Of course, TJ Leaf at 6'10", a viable option at center as well. Michigan turning it over as Irvin once again not able to handle the pass. He struggled a lot with that against Texas, and he's not able to corral that one from DJ Wilson. It goes out of bounds at the UCLA bench, and it's Bruins basketball off the missed three-pointer. UCLA had made their last 9 field goals. Lee thought about a triple, steps inside the arc, and his long 2 is good. I don't know if Michigan's going to be able to keep pace with the Bruins if UCLA keeps shooting the lights out. They're shooting 74% from the field. Michigan shooting 61%. It's the Wolverines' best offensive first half of the season thus far, but UCLA playing even better. Robinson an open triple. He hits it, and this is unbelievable shooting from these two sides. UCLA's lead back down to 3 with 6:25 to go. And I'm not sure Michigan planned on trying to outshoot the Bruins in this game, but so far they're doing as good as you could ask. Hamilton, his triple guarded. He missed badly on that one. The ugliest miss of the night. Offensive rebound, though, for Anibogu. It's tipped around. A second offensive board secured. Lob inside to no position, and he secures the basketball, forcing the Bruins' 4th turnover of this first half. Back come the Wolverines. It's Walton, Irvin, Donnell, Robinson, and Wilson on the floor for Michigan. Leaf, Alford, Anibogu, Hamilton, and Holiday on the floor for the Bruins as Wagner gets ready to check back in. Michigan trailing by 3. Irvin drives inside from, with the heels, I should say, on that 3-point arc. His 2 is no good. And UCLA with the board. Michigan struggling on the glass in this one. And UCLA continuing to make them pay. Holiday's top of the key 3 is through. 7 3-pointers from the Bruins in this first half. They're shooting 78% from deep. And I don't care how good Michigan's played offensively, there's no way to beat a team as good as UCLA if the Bruins aren't missing shots, and right now that's been the case. Donnell gives to Walton, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Walton driving inside, has positioning. He lowers the shoulder, and he was fouled, and I believe they're going to say it was on the floor. We shall see. 4th team foul against the Bruins. That foul against Aaron Holiday, his first. Ani Bogu checks out. Lonzo Ball back in. Wagner in for the Wolverines. So it's Alford, Holiday, Ball, Hamilton, and Leaf for UCLA. Irvin, Robinson, Wagner, Wilson, and Walton on the floor for the Wolverines. Wilson will try a 3 in front of UCLA bench, and he hits it. And boy, oh boy, are these teams feeling it from behind the arc. 10 triples now in the first half for the Wolverines. They're shooting 77% from deep. Matching UCLA shot for shot. Alford from inside the arc, and he misses. But Michigan at this point will take made 2s from UCLA with how well the Bruins are shooting from deep. It's a 3-point game, Michigan with the basketball. 4.5 to go in the opening half. Wilson driving inside. Kicks to a cutting Robinson on the baseline. His circus shot falls through, and it's a 1-point game. Aaron Holiday back the other way. Lonzo Ball gives to Hamilton. Holiday thought about one from deep. Why not? Alford in front of the Michigan bench, tightly guarded by Walt. Now Irvin keeps a hand down against Holiday, and there's a foul on the floor. No basket, although it did go through. It was the right call. No continuation at the collegiate level yet. Team foul number 4 against Michigan. 2nd foul, though, of the first half for Mo Wagner. And right on cue, Mark Donnell rises to the bench. And I think that will conclude Wagner's first half. Frankly, whatever big has been on the floor for Michigan, it hasn't mattered. UCLA dominating on the glass. They're also not missing enough to warrant many defensive rebounds. UCLA basketball, 4 minutes to go. Holiday driving inside, off the glass, no good. Good defense by Irvin and good rebound by Robinson. And Holiday lost his shoe. 5-on-4 back the other way. Irvin in front of the UCLA bench. His triple. He hits the net. And nothing but it. Michigan back on top, 41-39 with 3:45 to go in the first half. Michigan 11 threes now. And they are absolutely torching the 3-point arc here at Pauley Pavilion. 79% from deep. Can UCLA answer with a 3 of their own? Leafs 3 off the heel, no good. Tipped around. Lonzo Ball with the board. Alford with a triple from the other side of the floor. That doesn't fall. And Michigan finally getting a few lucky misses from UCLA. Irvin, top of the key. His triple. He hits it. Unbelievable. Michigan is going to bring this arena absolutely down if they keep shooting the way they are, because every hand on that Michigan sideline is hot right now. The Wolverines 80% from deep, and this 11-0 run forces a UCLA timeout. 3:17 to go in the first half. Michigan 44, UCLA 39. I've never seen a better shooting performance from this Michigan side under John Beilein. We'll be back in a moment on the Michigan Basketball Student Radio Network, WCBN FM Ann Arbor.
SoCal Honda dealers are at UCLA home games when you get by surprising new advantage. Random acts and helpfulness. Today, the helpful Honda guys in Brew brought UCLA grad student, U.S. Air Force Reserve teacher, Tina Lee Taylor to the game. A big thank you for your service to our community and go Bruins. Tonight's UCLA season ticket holders of the game are Ryan Frank and Kurt Burrow. They received a gift certificate to Lowry's The Private Restaurant, complimentary valet parking, William Club access, and a basketball signed by UCLA head coach Steve Alford. UCLA thanks all Bruins season ticket holders for your valuable support. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the video board for the Westcom Bruins Shuffle. for special performance by Olante Dogs.
Welcome back inside Pauley Pavilion for WCBN sports coverage of Michigan basketball. Michigan on top of UCLA 44-39 with 3:17 to go in the first half. Both these teams putting on a magical offensive performance thus far. Michigan shooting 67% from the field, 80% from deep. They're 12 of 15. Not to be outdone are the hosts and the second-ranked team in the nation, the UCLA Bruins, who are shooting 59% from the field and 64% from behind the arc. But 12 triples in the first half, including 3 from Zach Urban, who hasn't missed from deep yet on his 3 attempts. Let's go blue, the chant from the Michigan faithful. There's many of them on the West Coast, and they're making their voice felt. On the floor for the Wolverines, who lead it by 5 with 3:17 to go in the first half. It's Mark Donnell, Duncan Robinson, Derek Walton Jr., Zach Urban, and DJ Wilson for UCLA. Lonzo Ball, Aaron Holiday, TJ Leaf, Bryce Alford, and Isaac Hamilton. UCLA working right to left, trailing by 5. It's been an 11-0 run for Michigan. UCLA trying to stop the bleeding. Off the Alford timeout, it's a turnover. Lob pass from Dale up ahead to Urban, goes to the basket, and his shot is missed at the rim. And it last touched Aaron Holiday, but Urban missed the dunk. It was a good defensive play as well by TJ Leaf, who never gave up on it. But that's one Urban still should have stuffed home, perhaps trying to make too big a highlight play instead of going with the safe route. And he heard footsteps and stuffed it off the heel of the rim. Michigan retaining possession with a reset shot clock. Leading by 5 with under 3 to go. Lobbed in to Wilson. Gives to Walton, and the Wolverines will reset offensively. Michigan on an 11-0 run. Here on the road against the second best team in the nation, according to both the AP and coaches poll. Robinson off a screen. His triple off the heel of the rim. Finally one doesn't fall for Michigan's offense. Lee pushing the pace the other way. Kicks to Lonzo Ball. His triple, no good. He was fouled, though, on the follow-through. Much to the dismay of the Michigan sideline, DJ Wilson came in charging, trying to close quickly. The 3 didn't fall, but Ball will have a chance to get 3 points as he heads to the line to shoot 3. .235 to go in the first half. Ball heading to the line. And he misses the first of 3. UCLA 0 for 2 now from the charity stripe thus far. Michigan has yet to shoot a free throw in this game with 2:35 to go. The second one from Ball is through. Lonzo Ball has played already 15 minutes in the first half. Alford described him, I should say, clarify, not Bryce Alford, the senior point guard, but the head coach, Steve Alford, of course, who comes to UCLA by way of University of New Mexico, said Ball is a guy who can play infinite minutes. And right now he's been charged with doing so. His Bruins trailing at home to Michigan by 3. Ball gets 2 of the 3 free throws to go. Urban gets to the glass on the other end. It is scoop shot off the glass and through. 46-41, Michigan leads with 2:11 to go in the opening half from Wooden Court at Pauley Pavilion. Another near turnover. Isaac Hamilton somehow finds Alford, who steps inside 2 Michigan defenders. Good ball movement. Hamilton thought about a triple, steps just inside, and Michigan's defense forces the Bruins to reset. Alford with it. Driving inside, and he was fouled on the floor. They will get Zach Urban. First foul against Urban, 16 foul against Michigan. The Bruins will be in the bonus the remainder of the first half. Hamilton, a nice inbound design play. His runner off the glass, no good, though, and Urban brings down the board. UCLA finding it difficult. They haven't made a basket in 4 minutes. The lead, though, remains just 5 for Michigan. The run still 11-0. Michigan has made 5 of their last 7 field goal attempts. Wilson going to work on the left block. From 5 feet away, his right-handed jumper is through the net. 7-point lead. Ball pushing it the other way. Gets inside. Kicks it to Hamilton in the near corner. His triple is good, and that stops the bleeding. UCLA desperately needed a triple and they get one from their senior. The lead is just 4 with a minute to go in the opening half. Donnell at the top of the key. Gives to Wilson. He tried to kick it inside to Irvin. Now Walton with it. Off a screen from Donnell. Drives inside. Has his pass cut off. Ball tips it and goes the other way. Wilson defending him, and he will foul him. And they will say it was unabated to the basket. The shot went through. It will not count. I don't believe that shot will count. But it should be UCLA going to the line. The shot is no good, but UCLA will get 2 free throws and the basketball. Lonzo Ball had a good tip, and Wilson wisely fouled him, but he needed to make a better basketball play instead of just wrapping him up. So Ball will head to the line to shoot free throws, and UCLA will also get the basketball. UCLA also in the bonus for the last 49.2 seconds of the first half. He misses the first free throw off the front of the rim, and UCLA's woes from the charity stripe continue. The second free throw for Ball. Off the front of the iron, and once again, it's unkind. The charity stripe, nothing but charitable for the Wolverines in this first half, as UCLA is shooting just 2 of 6, from the free throw line. Shooting much better from 3. Maybe they should propose shooting 3-pointers as their free throws in the second half. That triple is good for Holiday. And the 2 missed free throws feel a lot better now as Holiday answers with a triple, and the lead down to 1. The UCLA crowd back on their feet here at Pauley Pavilion. 30 seconds to go in the first half. Donnell screens for Rockman. Drives inside. His hook shot off the glass is through. Laid it in with the right hand. A little scoop and score for Rockman. And Michigan's back on top by 3. Shot clock turned off. 10 seconds to go in the first half. UCLA does not have their use it or lose it first half timeout. They'll play it out on the floor. Ball. A long triple from about 10 feet behind the arc. He hits it. Everything falling for both sides. Tie game as we head into the locker rooms at the half. The score, Michigan 50, UCLA 50. An unbelievable shooting display from both sides here in the first half on the Michigan Basketball Student Radio Network, WCBN FM Ann Arbor. Why not? Says Lonzo Ball, whose 3-pointer from a good 8 to 10 feet from behind the arc fell. And absolutely everything falling for both sides in this first half. A recap on the stats. Michigan shooting 66% from the field, UCLA 61%. Michigan 75% from deep, 71% from deep for UCLA. And the rebound totals, there weren't many. 12 for UCLA, 11 for Michigan. But with both teams shooting the way they are, this game's not going to be decided in rebound. It's going to be who has the ball last and who gets the last shot from deep, because they're falling from everywhere on the floor. That's going to do it for the first half of coverage on the Michigan Basketball Student Radio Network. We'll be back in a few minutes with the second half here from Pauley Pavilion, as it's the Wolverines and the second-ranked Bruins deadlocked at 50 at the intermission. Welcome back inside Pauley Pavilion for WCBN sports coverage of Michigan basketball. I'm Leo Blavin. On Tuesday night, Michigan held the Texas Longhorns to 50 points en route to their 53-50 win. Well, they held UCLA to 50 points in the first half. Michigan and UCLA deadlocked at 50 apiece. And a few days after Michigan and Texas combined for 103 points, Michigan and UCLA combined for 100 points in the first half. Michigan shooting 66% from the field, including 75% from behind the arc. They're 12 of 16. UCLA equally as impressive, 61% from the field, 10 of 14 from deep. Michigan did not shoot a free throw in the first half. UCLA was 2 of 6. 6 turnovers for the Wolverines to UCLA's 5, and UCLA converted 12 points off of those 6 Michigan turnovers. Total rebounds, 12 for the Bruins, 11 for Michigan, but this game is not going to be won or lost on the glass, given how well these two teams shot it in the opening fray. Michigan looking for their first win over a top 3 opponent on the road since beating Michigan State back in 2014 at the Breslin Center in East Lansing. It will be Michigan basketball to start the second half. The Wolverines going, or I should say it will be UCLA basketball to start the second half. UCLA going from left to right, Michigan right to left. UCLA in their home white uniforms with the baby blue numbers. Michigan in their road blue with the maize numerals. And it's a 50-50 game, UCLA basketball, to start the second half of play. Alford, Ball, Leaf, Golemon, and Hamilton on the floor for the Bruins. Hamilton with the basketball top of the key, the senior guard. Dishes to Leaf, who's just inside the three-point arc, trying to get to that right block. Nearly has it stripped away, gets inside the paint. No one to defend him as Wilson sold out, trying to get the turnover. And the basket is good from 6 feet out. UCLA back on top, 52-50. Wagner driving inside, and he was held by Golemon. And Golemon likely will head to the bench. That's his 3rd personal foul, and it came within the first minute of play in the second half. Again, Thomas Welsh not active in this game with a bruised knee, and they will keep Golemon on. Wilson will go right back to work on Golemon. Gets inside. Pump fakes. Hook shot from 5 feet out. No good. Leaf skies for the board. Lob pass into the corner. Ball. He'll try the triple near corner. Off the side of the rim, then off the backboard, and no good. Walton pushing pace the other way for Michigan. Leaves it to Wilson, top of the key. Drives inside. Gets positioning. Lays it off the glass. No good. And once again, Leaf, the tallest tree in the forest, gets the leather. A nice one-handed skip pass inside by Alford, and nobody home for Michigan defensively. Golemon converts it with a two-handed flush. The lead up to 4 for the Bruins. Michigan, not the start they would have scripted to start this second half. Rockmont drives inside, has positioning, lots of contact, and they will get, I believe, Golemon with the foul. And it is Golemon's 4th foul with 18:34 to go in this game. And Golemon, if they keep him in there, on the verge of fouling out fairly early on. It doesn't appear that will be the case, though. Ike Anibogu waiting to check in at the scorer's table as Rockman readies for the first free throw of this game, and he gets it to go. Ike Anibogu, the true freshman from Corona, California, now the center for the bulk of this second half. Golemon heads to the bench with 2 quick fouls in the first 2 minutes of play in the second period. Rockman gets the second one to go. It's a 2-point lead for UCLA. The Bruins with the basketball, working left to right. Anibogu, Leaf, Hamilton, Alford, and Ball on the floor for UCLA. Walton, Wilson, Rockman, Urban, and Wagner on the floor for the Wolverines. Hamilton gets in the painted area, gets his field goal to fall from 8 feet out. UCLA has not missed a jumper in the second half. Wilson in front of the Michigan bench. Gives to Urban off a screen. Urban gets inside, gets positioning. His shot rejected at the rim by Anibogu. His 3rd block of the game, back the other way. Ball gets to the rim and lays it in for 2. The outstretched arm of Wilson, not enough to dissuade Ball from trying his luck inside the painted area. His lay-in is good, and the lead is up to 6. Irvin with a 3 at the other end off the keel, and the rebound brought down by Alford. Lobs it ahead. Irvin gets his right hand on it, deflects it to Wagner, who punches it back to Irvin. A lob pass to Walton, gets inside. He'll reset, leaving to Wagner. His three-pointer, no good. Long rebound, brought down by Alford at his own free throw line. Michigan not hitting threes in the second half, and that was their success in the first half, almost entirely coming from deep. Michigan being outscored in the paint, 12 points to 22. Another possible point in the paint coming as Anibogu lays it in over Wagner, and that's the start UCLA wanted. Beeline might want to use a timeout here. He will do so. The crowd on their feet. 16:58 to go in this one. UCLA starting to come alive in the second half, as is this crowd. It's 60. UCLA, Michigan 52 on the Michigan Basketball Student Radio Network. We'll take a timeout on the floor. Michigan down by 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your UCLA Spirit Squad.
Michigan played as well as you could offensively in the first half and scored 50 points. Unfortunately, UCLA matched them shot for shot, scoring 50 in the first half as well. In the second half, it's a 10-2 run to start and a 6-0 run in the last minute, 19 seconds of play for the Bruins. And Michigan now on the verge of getting run out of the gym here in Los Angeles against the second-ranked team in the nation. Eli wanted this team to focus on getting easier buckets in transition. That hasn't been the case. Michigan not getting a lot of fast break buckets. In fact, our official stat sheet indicates Michigan has not scored a fast break point in this game. They've done a good job holding UCLA to just 4 points in transition. Unfortunately, Michigan has not been doing an effective job of keeping UCLA out of the painted area and away from open jumpers. Meanwhile, Michigan has had a few open looks in the second half. They're just not falling. In the first half, Michigan shot 75% from behind the arc. They have yet to make a three in this second half. And UCLA has started this second half converting on all 4 field goal attempts. Off the timeout, it will be Michigan basketball. They also have the possession arrow in their favor as the Wolverines trail UCLA 60-52. Irvin, Rockman, Walton, Wilson, and Wagner on the floor for the Wolverines. Anibogu, Leaf, Ball, Hamilton, and Alfred on the floor for the Bruins. Michigan operating right to left. And the lead is 8 for the Bruins of the University of California, Los Angeles. Still removing some moisture with the mop at the spot where Michigan sets up their benches during the timeouts, ready to get back underway. 16:58 to go in this one. Michigan trailing 60-52. The Wolverines with the basketball. What did Beeline draw up on the timeout? His second of the game. Irvin drives inside, goes to work on Hamilton, kicks it to Wagner inside the paint. He gets it to go through the contact, and the big sophomore German will head to the line to convert the three-point play. Just what the doctor ordered for this Michigan offense.
Wagner shooting 1.
Wagner shooting 60% from the charity stripe this season. He looks to finish the three-point play. It's the third team foul against UCLA in this second half. Wagner rattles it around and through. The lead is now just 5 for the Bruins, but UCLA has yet to miss one in the second half. Alford gives to Hamilton, top of the key. Works the ball, thought about a three, lifted the right foot, kept the left foot planted, now gives to Alford. Top of the key, Alford with it. The best three-point shooter in UCLA history gives to Hamilton, who drives inside and is fouled on the floor. No basket. You give the Bruins credit. If continuation was allowed in college basketball, the Bruins would have had 4 or 5 three-point plays at this point. Unfortunately, not the case. And that foul came on the floor. Wide open was Anibogu coming out of the inbound play. One-handed baseball pass to Alford at the right free throw line extended. Anibogu throws it inside the lead. He taps it out to Hamilton in front of the UCLA bench. Michigan, good perimeter defense. That time, Rockmont closed down quickly. Still plenty of time on the possession clock. Ball gives to Leaf at the top of the key. Back to Ball. His long triple from distance. No good. And once again, Wilson ran into him after the shot. And once again, Ball, for the second time in this game, gets bailed out by the officials and will head to the line to shoot 3 free throws off a miss. No replay monitor up from where we are, but Wilson made a lot of contact. And I understand the emphasis on closing out, but you can't make contact once the ball is released. Did it affect the shot? No, but it was enough to warrant a call, and the call was conceded, and Ball will head to the line to shoot 3 free throws. The first one is up and falls through. (61-55), make it. Check that. That one rattled around but didn't fall. Not many home bounces coming for UCLA from the free throw line. The Bruins now just 3 of 8. The third free throw also no good, and Ball, for the second straight time, misses 2 free throws. 61-55 the score. Michigan trailing with 15:55 to go in the game. Walton with the basketball at the top of the key. Gives to his other senior, Urban, and now Rockmont with it. Duncan Robinson feeds Wagner at the right block. Going to work, and he was fouled. That seemed to be an anticipatory whistle. Not sure where the contact came from, but they saw some, and that's the 14th foul against UCLA with 15:43 to go in the second half. Michigan doing a good job getting it down low and drawing contact. When we come back, it'll be Wolverine basketball. Michigan trailing by 6.
UCLA is proud to thank the 8,513 members of the Woodland Athletic Club, including Mark and Julie Miller, today's Woodland Athletic Club members of the game. As a former Bruins student athlete and Bruins varsity club member, Mark and his family share the passion for investing in the success of UCLA student athletes. To learn more, visit woodenathleticClub.com. The Woodland Athletic Club, invest in tomorrow's champions today. Now, fans, it's time for Name That Tune, presented by State Farm. Here to help life go right.
Got some trumpets going. Somebody singing. It's kind of old school. I don't know who that is. I'm gonna go with Suit and Tie by Justin Timberlake. Sounds like. Yeah, that's Justin Timberlake. Suit and Tie. Ooh, it starts like. Justin Timberlake, Suit and Tie. Weird start. That's Suit and Tie. Justin Timberlake, Suit and Tie.
Suit and Tie, Justin Timberlake.
Oh, this is Suit and Tie, Justin Timberlake.
Thanks for playing along to Name That Tune, presented by State Farm. Talk to Nation today at 1-800-STATE-FARM.
A star-studded affair here at Pauley Pavilion, Michigan and UCLA. Two marquee programs meeting in Los Angeles. UCLA will travel to Ann Arbor next year. 61-55 the score in favor of the Bruins. Michigan with the basketball. Jessica Biel in attendance. Vince Vaughn, to name a few of the stars in attendance here, just on the outskirts of Hollywood. And it's a 5-second violation on the inbound. A quick whistle there gives possession back to UCLA off the Bruin foul. That sent us into the TV timeout, and the struggles to inbound once again showing their ugly head. Leaf going to work on the right block. His hook shot rattles around the rim and falls through. Finally a friendly bounce in the friendly confines for the Bruins. The lead is up to 8. Bruins' largest lead of the game, and another off-ball foul, this one against TJ Leaf. The Bruins grabbing and holding and tackling every cutter Michigan is sending to the rim. That's team foul number 5 against the Bruins. 2 more, and Michigan will go to the free throw line with each defensive foul. Irvin in that same spot he failed to inbound it a moment ago. Hopefully Michigan's got a safety outlet on this one. And it is Rockmont who's back near midcourt, but the inbound gets to Wagner in front of John Beeline in the Michigan bench. Guarded by Alford, that's a mismatch. He will give to Rockmont. Swing pass to Walton, top of the key now, Irvin with it. Dribbles, kicks to Robinson from the bench, gets his man to jump up. Robinson's laying no good, he missed it off the heel. And he just had a bad angle, but he had no one in front of him. Wagner, blocking foul called on the other end. And UCLA's paced too much there. But Robinson, that's a shot he absolutely needed to make. And things just not coming easy for Michigan in the second half. That was an open look. No defensive play to be made. Robinson just missed the easy one. Third team foul and third personal foul against Michigan and Wagner. Donnell in for the sophomore. Baseball pass to Alford in front of the UCLA bench. Drives inside. His lay-in is good. Pretty move as he blew by the defender. And nobody home for Michigan in the interior. The largest lead of the game for the Bruins. It's now 10 points separating these two sides. 14.5 minutes to play. Donnell with the basketball at the top of the key. Michigan desperately needs to stop this bleeding. UCLA's made their last 6 field goal attempts. Robinson gets his man to jump, gets inside. His lay-in set into the first row. What a block. Ani Bogu, his 4th block of this game. What a presence on the interior. The crowd gives him a standing ovation, and deservedly so. The freshman making his presence felt down low. What a block. And a great answer for good offense is better defense. Walton with it at the top of the key, 5 on the shot clock. Drives inside. Fadeaway jumper. Rattles around, no good. Tipped back. Irvin dives in there. Alford in there as well. Walton was grabbed, and they had to call that foul. It's the 6 against the Bruins. Alford's got to be smarter there. He can't go in grabbing. Michigan will be in the bonus the remainder of this game with still 14-10 to go. Michigan's had no problem getting opponents into foul trouble, but it seems like whenever the Wolverines get into the bonus, they do a poor job of getting to the line. We'll see if that changes tonight. With 14 minutes to go, Michigan will go to the free throw line every time UCLA gets a bit too aggressive for the officials like it. Donnell sets a screen for Rockmont, drives inside. Scoop shot is up and through. Ani Bogu not even bothering trying to block that one. Good separation by the Allentown point guard. Rockmont with the finish. It's an 8-point lead for UCLA. Alford off a screen. Feeds down Little Leaf. Gets inside. Reverse lay-in good. Good offense of one end. Better offense on the other from the Bruins. The lead back up to 10. Rockmont once again going inside. Through contact. Lays it in. Rattles around. No good. Put back attempt from Donnell. And a good offensive rebound. Better finish for the redshirt junior, Mark Donnell. He's got 7 points for the Maize and Blue. And the lead is 8 for the Bruins. 13 minutes and change left in this one from Pauley Pavilion. Michigan hanging tough with the second-best team in the nation. Alford drives, sent Rockman to his feet. The blow by on the perimeter and a scoop shot. Holiday, the circus in town here in Westwood, as he elevated and finished, switching hands in midair. What a finish by Holiday, and Robinson needs to do better on the perimeter. Donnell feeling it, and rightfully so. His 10-footer from the baseline is flush. Michigan trading basket for basket, but they've got to force a few misses or a few turnovers. The Bruins have given possession to the Wolverines just 6 times. Leaf at the top of the key. Gives to Alford. Drives baseline, step back three-pointer off the side of the rim, no good. It was a bit strong from the senior point guard, the coach's son. Rockman gets back inside. Anibogu tried to block it, but the angle too high and the trajectory pure. As Rockman solves the angle, and there's a travel, and that's finally a turnover Michigan needs. The lead down to 6. Michigan basketball with 12:03 to go. Checking back in, Isaac Hamilton. Bryce Alford will step out as Michigan's converted on their last 3 field goal tries. If they can make it 4 for their last 4, we could be looking at a 1-possession game. As it currently stands, Michigan trailing by 6. Off the inbound, Rockman gets it from Donnell. Drives inside and will kick it back out to Walton. Michigan getting some motion in front of their bench. Robinson and now Donnell, top of the key. And an off-ball foul. This one against TJ Leaf. And when we come back, Michigan will head to the line for the 1-and-1. 11:53 left to go in this game. Michigan giving UCLA all they can handle on the road at Pauley Pavilion. It's UCLA 69, Michigan 63 on the Michigan Basketball Student Radio Network, WCBN FM, Ann Arbor.
For almost 30 years. Give it up for Greg and Steve, everybody. Today, they are the Sport Clips MVPs of the game. And that's what Greg really is, the Sport Clips MVP of the game. So I have to, Greg, I'm sorry. You're surprised. Your entire row is getting Sport Clips haircuts. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go to your local Sport Clips where it's good to be a guy. And now, Greg, you know what time it is? Howdy doody, not quite. It's dance camp time, Greg. It is the UCLA Health Dance Camp. We're starting. We're going to start with you, Greg. Are you ready? Let's go. It's coming back. Greg and Steve is coming back. There it is. And we know from the dance camp, and now we have a bunch of t-shirts. We're giving away a ton of t-shirts. If you want a shirt, ladies and gentlemen, Bruins fans, make some noise!
Aaron Davis in the building watching on as UCLA leads Michigan 69-63 with 11:53 left to go in this second half. There was a foul on the floor. Michigan in the bonus for the remainder of this one. And I'm not sure the foul was on Michigan wisely. And I think they're going to take a look at this because Michigan right away sent the best free throw shooter arguably in the country, Duncan Robinson, to the line. And I guess they're not going to look at it. Michigan perhaps getting away with one. I'm not sure who. It was an off-ball foul, but it will be Duncan Robinson heading to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Robinson entered this game shooting 83% from the charity stripe. The first one is pure. Almost no movement on the net. He is such a smooth shooting stroke. His second free throw on its way. Rattles around the rim, and it does not fall. And right on cue, the announcer Jinx strikes. The lead still 5 for the Bruins. UCLA basketball operating left to right. Holiday, Hamilton, Ball, Leaf, and Anibogu on the floor for the Bruins. Michigan has Rockman, Urban, Robinson, Walton, and Donnell out to counter. Holiday gets inside, kicks to Hamilton. Leaf thought about a three, instead blows by, gets inside, and he's fouled on the floor. Michigan not sending the Bruins to the free throw line much in this game. UCLA hasn't helped themselves when they've gotten there either. They're 3 of 9. This one on the floor, though. Lonzo Ball to inbound underneath the attacking basket. Lobs it out to Leaf at the UCLA cursive letters adorning the center court stripe. Ball. Working on the perimeter against Zach Urban. Hamilton. UCLA trying to get it down low. Walton's matched up with TJ Leaf. Instead, they'll try a long three. Why not? Everything falling. Aaron Holiday, have yourself a game. 14 points, and he's 4 of 4 from behind the arc. Under 11 minutes to go, the lead back up to 8 for UCLA. Michigan giving the Bruins all they can handle, and it still might not be enough. Rockman gives to Donnell, top of the key. He'll try a triple. He hits it. Every time Michigan's needed a three, they've gotten it. Unbelievable clutch shooting for the Maize and Blue. And this road crowd not phasing Michigan. The lead back down to 5 with 10:25 to go. Holiday gets inside. Kicks it to Hamilton. Can he answer with a three of his own? He does. Wow. UCLA and Michigan lighting it up from deep. 24 and now 25 combined three-pointers between the two sides. The lead back at 8. Michigan with the basketball. Donnell screens for Rockman. Gets inside the paint. His 8-footer, no good. Lonzo Ball lost it as he fell to the turf, or the hardwood, I should say. Hamilton will try a three, and that one missed everything. The ugliest shot we've seen in this game. Michigan pushing it the other way with numbers. Walton leaves to Robinson, to Urban. His corner three. Yes, sir! Zach Urban with a triple. What a huge basket for Urban. And Michigan cuts the lead back down to 5. Under 10 minutes to go. The second best team in the nation, UCLA, getting a tough test. But Hamilton with the answer. UCLA answering Michigan shot for shot. Walton with the basketball at midcourt. The lead is 7 for UCLA. As great an offensive performance as you'll ever see from two collegiate programs. Walton steps inside, kicks to Urban. His three from the right free throw line extended, rattles off the front of the rim, and then the square on the backboard, no good. Wilson ready to check back in, as will Moritz Wagner. UCLA trying to increase their 7-point lead with the basketball. Hamilton inside, splits the defense. A lot of contact. Robinson picks up the personal. 5th foul against Michigan in this game with 8:41 to go. Hamilton will head to the line to shoot 2. Hamilton has not been to the free throw line in this game as Wagner and Wilson check back in. For one of the few times in this game, Michigan will have a size advantage with TJ Leaf not on the floor. The inbound deflected by Rockman. We'll do it again from the same spot underneath the UCLA attacking basket. Lonzo Ball. Gives to Hamilton. Hamilton driving baseline. Walton cut his pass off, but it was a design pass. The shot from deep, no good for Ball, and Michigan gets a second chance off a missed three. Urban drives inside, kicks it up top to Wilson. Top of the key three off the front of the rim, no good. Not a shot he needs to take in that situation. Ball pushing pace the other way. It's stripped away. Wagner dives for it, but Anibogu, the first man to took a deflection. The last man to touch it was Urban. Out of play with 8:18 to go. UCLA with the basketball. Inbounding it near their own bench. They lead by 7. 77-70 the score. Ball, top of the key, nearly has it stripped away. Recollect. Hamilton from the free throw line. His jumper, too strong. Walton with the board. Michigan with numbers the other way. Ball collides with him, and Lonzo Ball's got to be smarter there. Picks up the foul, and Walton will get 2 or at least 1 free throw try. And if Michigan can hit their free throws as this game continues, they're going to hang in tight with the Bruins on the road. He'll shoot into the UCLA bench, and what usually is the student section, the UCLA students on break, so a lot more fans that are not currently co-eds at the university in attendance, but it's still a packed house. Walton swishes the first. Xavier Simpson ready to check in, and he will check in for the shooter. So if Walton makes this one, Simpson's wait at the scorer's table will be a little longer. Michigan hoping that's the case. Walton hits. Alford will take the opportunity to check back in as well for Lonzo Ball. Xavier Simpson out. And how does Michigan survive this storm? UCLA's offense has been so good all night, and with a true freshman point guard on the floor, going against an experienced sophomore in Aaron Holiday at the defensive end. The lead is 5 for UCLA with under 8 minutes now to go. Hamilton guarded by Urban. Gives to Alford in the corner. Down low on Ibogu. Going to work on the right block. His lay-in no good. Wagner did not go straight up is the official ruling on the floor. Beeline doesn't like it. It won't matter, though, as Anibogu will head to the line to shoot 2 when we come back. 7:53 left to go in this one. It's Michigan 72, UCLA 77 on the Michigan Basketball Student Radio Network, WCBN FM, Ann Arbor.
And now, please direct your attention to the video board. Your Knoxville SoCal Honda dealers present tonight's assist of the game. Holiday on the UTGK Anibogu. It's their job to be helpful.
Bruins fans, does anybody know what time it is? Well, one lucky Bruins fan about to know exactly what time it is when Alyssa presents him with the UCLA logo launch from Sarah Leonard Line to us. Yes!
UCLA leads Michigan 77-72 on the Michigan Basketball Student Radio Network, WCBN FM Ann Arbor. 7:53 left to go in this game. Michigan giving the number 2 ranked UCLA Bruins everything they can handle, but give the Bruins credit. Their offense showing you why they're arguably the best in the country. They're averaging 97 points per game, second best among the 300-plus Division I collegiate programs, but Michigan is hanging in tough. Both teams shooting over 50%. UCLA shooting 65% from the field. Both teams shooting over 60% from deep. 7:53 to go. UCLA looking to add to their 5-point lead with Anibogu heading to the line to shoot 2. UCLA on the day just 3 of 9 from the charity stripe. The first free throw is too strong off the heel. And UCLA not helping themselves from the free throw line. Both teams will be in the bonus the remainder of this game, and that could be a big edge for Michigan. The Wolverines certainly out shooting the Bruins from the free throw line. Both no good. Offensive rebound tipped around, brought down by Golemon, and he finishes, and Michigan gets lucky with 2 missed free throws, but Golemon answers off the offensive rebound. He lays it in off the glass. UCLA out rebounding Michigan 23-20. And they lead by 7. Irvin trying to answer at the other end with a long 2 from the right elbow. No good. Rebound brought down by the Bruins. Holiday, top of the key. Hamilton from the right free throw line extended. Gives to Holiday in front of the UCLA bench. His triple. Why not? Aaron Holiday, 5 for 5 from behind the arc. Shooting the lights out here at Pauley Pavilion. The lead is up to 10, and the crowd is up on their feet. Michigan will use their second remaining timeout. The Wolverines will have 1 remaining with 7:12 to go. It's a 30-second timeout, so we will stay here. UCLA leads 82-72 on this, the Michigan Basketball Student Radio Network, WCBN FM Ann Arbor. Golemon back out there. He does have 4 personal fouls. If you're Michigan, you want to get him out of the game because he is a much better offensive player than Ani Bogu, and as much as an impact as Ani Bogu has made on the defensive end of the floor, Michigan can live with him as the key offensive interior threat in the paint. Golemon, not so much. What does Beeline draw up in this timeout? With 7:12 left, Michigan trails 82-72 in what has certainly been the most entertaining college basketball game of this season. 2 high-powered offenses shooting the lights out here at the newly renovated home for UCLA basketball. Boy, could Michigan use a 3 right now. They trail by 10. Every time this game has looked like it could get out of hand in favor of the Bruins, Michigan has had an answer. Do they have one here? Rockman will inbound it near midcourt, fire it back to Michigan's own free throw line where Walton is there, and now he crosses the time stripe. 7 minutes to go. It's a 10-point game. Michigan on the road trailing by double digits, and that lay-in, a nice response. Walton aware that UCLA has a 4-foul possessed big, and wisely, Golemon not looking to initiate any contact. He knows he has to stay in this game. A blow-by Hamilton. He wasn't even looking, and he laid it off the glass with the right hand and through. The lead back up to 10 with 6.5 to go. UCLA has made their last 3 tries from the field. Walton with a blow-by. Gets to the rim through contact. He's fouled. Who's it on? They will get Golemon, and his night is over. 6:27 to go, and Gigi Golemon will spend the rest of this one on the bench. At least that was the initial call. They may have changed it and given it to Ani Bogu. No, the indication seems to be, yeah, that's it. That is the night for Gigi Golemon. UCLA's best offensive center will exit with 6:27 to go in this game. Golemon finishes with 6 points, but he was 3 of 3 from the field and also contributed 2 rebounds and an assist. But those 5 fouls, he just couldn't stay on the floor tonight after playing just 6 minutes against Kentucky. Another short outing for Golemon. Walton heads to the line to shoot 2. First free throw tickles the twine. Lonzo Ball back in for Aaron Holiday on the floor. TJ Leaf, Isaac Hamilton, Ike Anibogu. Lonzo Ball and Bryce Alford for Michigan. Walton at the free throw line. Gets a second to go. He's joined by Wagner, Irvin, Duncan Robinson, and Muhammad Ali Abdur Rahman. 6:23 and counting to play in this one. UCLA leads at 84-76 in a shootout of epic proportions. Alford off a screen curl. Feeds it to Anibogu. Back up top to Hamilton. Top of the key. Alford wide open from deep. Tickles the cotton. The lead is 11. Can Michigan answer? UCLA has made their last 4 field goals. Irvin at the rim, rejected. Fifth block of the game by Yanni Bogu. Urban re-corrals it. Walton lost his shoe. So Michigan right now playing with 4. Urban inside. His long 2 circles the rim and falls in. A nice response from the senior leader. Walton's shoe back on. Even strength are both sides. Michigan really needs a stop here. UCLA is converted on their last 4 possessions. TJ Leaf guarded at the perimeter by Robinson. From the free throw line, his jumper misses everything. Offensive rebound, Lonzo Ball trapped on the baseline, stripped away. Duncan Robinson with possession. Trapped up, and he fires it through 2 UCLA defenders. Numbers the other way. Walton kicks to the corner. Robinson thought about a triple, and they'll reset top of the key. Urban and now Walton with it. UCLA fans urging their defense. Walton's triple no good, and just nothing doing on the offensive board for Michigan. The lead is 9 with 4:40 to go. UCLA with the basketball, and a 3 here likely would end Michigan's chances of a comeback. The Wolverines have hung tough, but just not their night in the second half especially. Alford off the screen was grabbed, and he will head to the line for the 1-and-1 as both teams are now in the bonus. Alford, the one guy UCLA wants to have at the line in this game, shooting 90% on the season coming in. Nearly automatic from the free throw line this season is the coach's son, Bryce Alford. Alford looking to make it a 10-point lead for his side. Absolutely pure on the first. The second one to give UCLA back their largest lead of the game, 11. No doubt about it. UCLA 89, Michigan 78. 4:25 to go. Michigan needs a bucket here. Walton. Now Rockmont. Inside the painted area. His fadeaway jumper, no good. Wagner flew in. Never really was sure of where the basketball was, and he simply slapped it out of bounds along the UCLA baseline. Bruins basketball with an 11-point lead. Lonzo Ball gives to Hamilton. Michigan going in a 1-3-1 zone, trying to force a turnover. It also gives UCLA open looks if they can distribute well. Ball trap gives to Hamilton, top of the key. Now Alford, he will try a triple with a hand in his face. No doubt about it, UCLA absolutely perfect from behind the arc. 15 threes for the Bruins. Their largest lead of the game now at 14. Next stoppage will send us to our final media timeout, and boy, could Michigan use it. The Bruins fans on their feet here at Pauley Pavilion. Rockmont, Wagner, Robinson off a screen, open triple. Why not? Because it's not falling. Back the other way, Leaf stuffs it home with 2 hands, and UCLA absolutely pouring it on now, keeping their foot on the gas pedal, and Michigan hasn't scored in 2.5 minutes. It's a 16-point lead. Off-ball foul, and Michigan in the double bonus now for the remainder. It's not going to matter. 3:07 left to go in this one. There's a timeout on the floor. It's UCLA 94, Michigan 78. What a performance from this Bruins offense.
Starting at 10 a.m. Reminder, we need all your points here for the next men's home game with the Bruins host UC Santa Barbara on Wednesday, December 14th at 7:30 p.m. Great seats still available for all the remaining home games by visiting UCLABruins.com/tickets tonight. A reminder to all young Bruin fans following the game, all fans 12 and under are invited to shoot a free throw on Nell and John Wood Court. Participants may begin to line up Conclusion of the game on the Southwest Outer Concourse behind section 119.
16 points. We are on national TV on ESPN2, ranked number 2 in the country, and we need to show the nation. Bruins fans in the
.307 left to play in this one. Duncan Robinson heads to the line to shoot 2 free throws as Michigan's in the double bonus. They trail 94-78 with 3 minutes and 7 ticks left to go. You're listening to Michigan Basketball Student Radio Network, WCBN FM Ann Arbor. Robinson's first free throw is through. Strokes the second one home. DJ Wilson checks in for the shooter Robinson. So it's Wilson, Walton, Rockman, Irvin, and Wagner on to enforce this full court press. Holiday, Ball, Alfred, Leaf, and Hamilton on to break it. Now Michigan retracts back into their base man-to-man defense. Lonzo Ball with the basketball at the top of the key. Alfred, no hurry, but he gets inside, gets separation, lays it in through the contact, and the senior's having himself a night. Bryce Alford, the coach's son, making Papa proud. He's got 17 points, and he can make it 18 from the free throw line. Michigan's playing about as well as you could ask offensively. They're shooting 51%, including 58% from deep, but UCLA playing their best offense of the year in this game, 68% from the field, 65% from deep. And Michigan's defense is going to have a lot more questions than answers after this one. Granted, it's the best offense in the country as Alford gets the third one to fall. But this could not have been the defensive showing John Beilein wanted from his squad. And I'm sure he and defensive specialist Billy Donlin will get back to the drawing board after this one. Wagner drives inside as his pass to the basket cut off by Leaf. Stuffed it home for good measure to the dismay of this crowd. The basket will not count, but Wagner will go to the line to shoot 2 freebies. Michigan has not made a field goal in the last 3 minutes and 4 seconds, but they are in the double bonus with 2:34 to go, trailing by 17. Gets the first one to go. The final score of this game will not be indicative of just how competitive it was, but ultimately UCLA's offense just too much, overwhelming this young Wolverine side. Wagner gets the second one to go. Rockman checks in for Wagner, so Michigan going small ball. Xavier Simpson in there as well. Holiday with the basketball. Trapped between Wilson, gives it to Ball, and now Alfred crosses the time strike. Gives to Ball, drives inside, tripped up by the right knee of Rockman. 9th team foul against the Wolverines. 3rd team foul against Rockman. As Ibby Watson checks in for Rock. Ball will head to the line for the 1-and-1. 2:24 to play. UCLA, the second-ranked team in the country, leads Michigan 97-82. The front end. Bullseye. Ball cashes in the second one as well. UCLA a point away from the century mark. They lead 99-82 as we close in on 2 minutes remaining. Ibby Watson in for the first time today. Now Xavier Simpson in the corner. Watson, top of the key, guarded by Alford. It's a screen from Wilson. He will try his luck from deep. Why not? Too strong. Clangs off the backboard, then off the heel. And the rebound brought down by the Bruins, Aaron Holiday. UCLA in no hurry here, under 2 minutes to go. But the Bruins, I'm sure, want to cross the 100-point mark for the fourth time this year. They've done so against Pacific, Cal State University, Northridge, and Long Beach State. This triple could do it. It does not, but the rebound putback does. TJ Leaf and the Bruins pouring it on the offensive end of the floor. 101-82, the score now. What an offensive performance for the boys from Westwood. Another near turnover as Alfred got a hand on it and flexes to the crowd. The 7-footer John Teskey will check in for the garbage time. Sean Lonergan in as well. Michigan really clearing the bench. Brent Hibbett's in as well. Michigan also sending Fred Wright Jones out there to finish this one.
Jared Smith into the game for the Bruins. Bryce Alford.
Jared Smith in for Bryce Alford, who gets a much-deserved ovation and high five from his bench.
Ikenna Okwara-Bezier into the game for the Bruins.
Ikenna Okwara-Bezier also in there. Okwara-Bezier, a transfer from Tyler Junior College, the pride of Nigeria. Also in there, Alec Wolf. Lonergan with the basketball. And as we close in on a minute to go, Michigan out of this one, down by 19 with the basketball. Teskey sets a screen into the corner. Watson will try a three off the side of the rim, no good. Xavier Simpson chases down the tipped out one by Teskey. Simpson has it poked away. And Okwara easy secures it. "15 seconds separating the game clock from the shot clock. Xavier Simpson pokes it out of the hands of Aaron Holiday, who recollects it. And a foul by Fred Wright Jones puts UCLA in the double bonus for the remainder as Gerald Smith will head to the line. Smith sends the first one through. TJ Leaf checks out. Isaac Wolf in, joining his brother Alec on the floor, both of them coming by way of Laguna Beach High School. Smith misses the second one, Teskey with the board. 4 seconds separating the game clock and shot clock. Michigan down by 20. Watson, once again, finally gets his third field goal to fall. Shot clock turned off. UCLA will finish this one out. 102 points to 84 over the Michigan Wolverines. Michigan hung tough, but just not enough offense tonight. And UCLA's offense making a statement for the second straight week. After beating Kentucky 97-92, they hand Michigan an 18-point defeat. The final score will not be indicative of how competitive this game was, but UCLA is a juggernaut. And they may be on the West Coast, but make no mistake, this UCLA team deserves national attention. Once again, the final from Pauley Pavilion in Los Angeles, California. UCLA 102, Michigan 84. So long From the West Coast, I'm Leo Blavin for WCBN FM Ann Arbor. For one last time from Los Angeles, we wish you a good night and go blue.